Hello, I'm Linda Vero, and I'm on the board of directors of the Santa Rosa Symphony League. And earlier this week, I paid a visit to the workshop of local violin maker Andrew Carruthers. So let's take a look at the progress that Andrew has made so far on a very special instrument he's creating, which he calls the Redwood Violin Project. Hello, Andrew. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
Good. What have you got for us today? I see you have a magnificent piece of, what kind of wood is that anyway?
Yeah, so this is a piece of apple wood. So today I'm going to show you the materials that I've collected for the violin. And the major piece was this plank of apple wood that somebody from the Sonoma County Woodworkers donated. It's supposed to be a substitute for the wood we normally use is maple. It's kind of a different color, but this wood has a similar qualities, and I think it might make a good substitute. So originally this plank was another 18 inches longer. It's been cut for about 10 years. We didn't cut it just for this project. So it's too big for me to handle on the, I don't have very many machines in this shop, so it was too big for me to deal with. So I took it to a friend who has a more equipped woodworking shop, and we cut it down into these pieces. So this pile here is all apple wood, and it's going to become, this piece is going to become the back, and it's cut with into a sort of a roof shape, and that will allow, eventually I'm going to carve the top, I mean the back, and the back is curved, and so this roof shape, there's enough space in there to accommodate that arching. The apple wood also is going to be used for the sides of the instrument, and so we cut off a bunch of very thin strips of wood that are going to be the sides, and the other part that will be apple wood is the neck and the scroll. And they're all going to get carved out of a single block of wood like that.
That's amazing. So do you carve that by hand, or how do you?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. Start by sawing out. I'll mark the shape on the side shape and just saw it out, and then I just start removing all the bits that shouldn't be there with chisels and saws. And usually takes about a day.
Okay. That's interesting.
The other thing I have is the Redwood, which is what the violin is going to be named after, the Redwood violin. And this piece I got from a local business up in Windsor, and I'm going to go back to him and interview him, learn a little bit more about the business. So here's a piece I've taken off, and that will become the top of the instrument. And again, normally we use a different wood. This is spruce from the Alps in northern Italy or Switzerland. But this is going to be the local substitute, Redwood.
Right, because that's the whole idea of the Redwood violin, is it's going to be completely made from products or inventory or whatever you want to call it, which are resourced right here in Sonoma County.
Yeah, that's right. We're trying to, as far as possible, do everything from materials from Sonoma County.
Yeah.
So so what I've been having to do is look for, well, first of all, think to myself, what are the important qualities of the usual material that I use, and then look for materials in the county that have similar qualities. So that's the main body of the instrument. Here's a violin that I've made. So we've done the back and the sides, the neck and the scroll, and the top. All the black parts that you see on here are ebony. We call these the fittings. So we have pegs, fingerboard, tailpiece, chin rest, and a little end pin there. These are all normally made of ebony, which is very dense and hard, and it stands up to wear. Of course, we don't have ebony growing here. It comes from Africa or India. So I asked again people who are used to working with local woods, because I normally import everything, what they thought a good substitute might be, and what we came up with in the end was manzanita, which grows all around here, and it's a very lovely wood. It's red, it's dense, and again, another local woodworker, Mike Center, has been collecting local woods for years, and he had these pieces that are well seasoned by now, and he's donated them for the project. And here's a piece that's going to be large enough to make the fingerboard. The chin rest, I think, will come out of this piece. The thing about manzanita is, if you have a look at them growing, they're very twisty, and so it's hard to find long straight pieces. And the other thing is they have a lot of cracks or shakes in them. So you kind of have to hunt around to find pieces that are big enough for what you want to do. But I think we've got what we need here. And then the thing that I'm not able to do myself is make these pegs. Those will also be made out of manzanita, but I'm going to get a local wood turner, Kalia Calvin in Sebastopol, and she's going to turn me a set of pegs. So I'm excited to work with her. And then the final and rather not so exciting part of the instrument are these corner blocks and these linings. So the point of the corner blocks is the sides are made of 6 pieces of wood. This maple here, it's very, very thin, only about 1 millimeter thickness, and then it joins at a point here. So these blocks are to reinforce that joint. So there's 6 blocks, 4 corners and the 2 end blocks, and I normally make that out of willow, which is a very light and very tough wood. Again, I asked around for what might be a good local substitute, and I was provided with this, which is box elder, which grows around here. It's a little heavier than the willow that I normally use, but I think it will work very well. So that's most all of the wood assembled, and next time I see you, I think I'll be actually making something.
Well, that's great. Well, this was certainly interesting, and it's just all the different combinations of wood, and the way you've been able to source everything locally is just a wonderful thing to be happening. So we'll look forward to the next time we see you. And I certainly want to thank you for your time today. So take care.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Bye-bye.